Let me ask you this, Annalise, and I'm looking at, you're from Eastern Kentucky, and Ryan, you're from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Other Ryan, Gara,
Yes.
you're from New York City, or from?
I originally from San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
Moved to New York a couple years ago.
And Dustin.
And I grew up in Northern Virginia, just outside of D.C.
Oh, cool.
Live in Astoria.
I used to live in Reston. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Woodbridge. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, you guys all moved to New York City. I find it really interesting that this is, you know, roots Appalachian music, and you're in New York. How does that come about?
We never know how to categorize our music. It's interesting. You call it, you know, Appalachian roots. I guess we call it folk, blues, rock, country. I don't know. Our genre is actually Metrobilly.
I saw that
So
in
we've
here,
termed it.
Metrobilly.
Yes.
That's a cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool
so
name.
It's actually a term my dad came up with. So.
Yes. There may be a coffee shop in the future in Inez, Kentucky that you can visit as well.
Cool, cool. Well, hey, do you guys want to play another song for us?
Sure.
Yeah?
You want to do
You wanna
Satisfied?
do-
Yeah.
or-
let's save that for later.
Okay, we'll do Satisfied. This is one that Ryan wrote.
Okay, this is 2/3 Goat on Acoustic Songs Live at WNJR Studio.
See my smiles half real when you joke on how I feel about you and me, and all the places we see and go. A pipe and not alone. It's the experience that keeps us on our toes. It's so much more than black and white, or up or down, or left or right, or happy and sad. Breaking up my heart, or tearing down my life. You stayed to fight, and now I see that I'm satisfied to sit here all day and night and just smile at the sky. Then she finds that it's all in our minds. Stares into the night to see all her possibilities, tending to be sure, but she knows there's so much more for her out there. If she only wasn't scared to be satisfied to sit here all day and night and just smile at the sky. It's all in our minds. It's all in her mind.
mix. It sounded really great. So we're recording and streaming live at WNJR.org. I hope all your fans are listening right now because it sounds awesome. So tell me, Annalise, what brought you to New York City? I'm curious how you wound up there.
Well, I've always been a singer and a songwriter, but I'm also an actress.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I majored in musical theater at Northern Kentucky University, and then I moved to New York shortly after that, and I met this huge community. A lot of us in the Astoria Music Project are also actors as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
Ryan's an actor and Dustin's an actor.
Yep.
And
Awesome.
Ryan Guerra, Mr. Fiddleman, is a musician. That's really yeah.
It's funny. Well, did you go there with the idea of working on Broadway, or just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all still do work a lot as actors. Dustin and I this summer we got a job down at Flat Rock Playhouse in North Carolina, a little south of Asheville. And Annalise was able to get a few months free and came down, and so we were able to play to Asheville and make a lot of connections in that area.
Awesome.
Kind of while we had this gig, and Dustin played with us. So the two worlds can kind of come together and help each other, in a lot of ways.
Especially in New York, it's the place with the most opportunity. I didn't know if I wanted to be an actress or a singer or what I would end up doing, but New York has all of that. So
Everything.
yeah.
It does.
Yeah. I mean, it just blows. It blows my mind when I have been there. I saw you guys, the videos of playing at the bitter end, right? And so, what other places? I friends that are listening from New York, and so where can they find you?
We've played at Sullivan Hall, Kenny's Castaways.
We're playing.
We're going to play at the Alphabet Lounge at the end of the month. That's our next New York gig.
We, like I said, we all live in Astoria, Queens, and that's a kind of an upcoming area of New York. It's kind of becoming the new Brooklyn, if you will, not quite as crazy and hip, but but it's getting that way. It's cheap still. A lot of artists are living there, and they're trying to really kind of start this Queens music scene. There never really has been one. There's been a lot of bands that have come out of Queens. There's never really been a music scene there. So we play a lot in a couple different venues, like the LIC bar. We just did a big New Year's Eve show there. And we would try to play a lot in Queens because there's so many great musicians and a lot of good venues, and just the scene hasn't happened. So we play at like a wine bar called Winegasm. We've all kind of rotated different gigs playing there, and
Oh wow!
Yeah.
A local singer-songwriter from Pittsburgh, I know, plays there a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's a great
He
place.
hosts Paul Tabachnik.
wait, does he host the open mic thing?
Yeah.
We saw him.
Oh.
Yeah, like the very first time we went there.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Before we
gosh.
started
Yeah,
playing,
Paul's
totally.
from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
pretty
cool.
Yeah, small world.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Especially in New York, it's so funny how tiny the world in New York is. For so many people being there, I can't tell you how many times you sit on the subway across from somebody you haven't seen in 3 years, or even one of your friends, and you're thinking, man, all the subway cars that have gone up this track today, and I walk in and sit across from this person.
I know. Every time I go to Times Square, I see somebody I know.
Really?
It's strange. Yeah.
Well, see, Pittsburgh's a very tight, small community town, and all the musicians know each other and everything, and support each other and go to their own shows. It's a very tight knit community of stuff.
That's great.
Cool.
Music, and so everybody knows everybody. It's but I can't imagine running into somebody. I have a couple friends in New York, and one of them lives in Brooklyn and near Williamsburg, and I notice a lot of roots bands, a lot of this type of music, like the Avett Brothers, I think, were living in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, they were.
The Wyos, I think, were coming out of there too, and
There is a much more rockabilly kind of folk scene really starting to pick up down there.
I never would have thought, that would happen in Brooklyn, but my buddy, turned me on to a couple of places there, and it's a different. I don't know. I think of Brooklyn like
Hipster
watching
and
like
or
like a Martin Scorsese movie or something.